Manchester United because they got Benjamin Sesko sorted. What might that mean for the future of Rasmus Højlund?
Really interesting one, this, Rob. Yeah, this morning we found out that AC Milan are in talks with Manchester United over a potential loan signing for Rasmus Højlund. Now, Milan want to do a loan deal with an option to buy. United's preference is to do a permanent deal, or at least have a permanent deal in this potential loan. But they would consider offers of around £40 million. Now, we know the arrival of Sesko will limit Højlund's game time, but there's more to it, really, because Sesko wasn't involved yesterday and Højlund was an unused sub against Fiorentina at Old Trafford yesterday, playing Mason Mount in a false nine. Now, we know Højlund has said before on the United Tour of America he wants to stay, but you got the impression that that was an indication yesterday that he's joining the likes of Jadon Sancho and Anthony Garnacho, Tiro Malacia on players United probably want to move on.
The big focus for United this summer has clearly been forward players, but are they targeting a midfielder as well?
Yeah, look, I think United have done very well so far in their recruitment. The forwards they've got in, the three forwards, Cunha and Mbeumo and Sesko, but they do need a midfielder. And the player we know they like is Carlos Baleba from Brighton. But the message from Brighton is, we do not need to sell. He's got a deal that runs until 2028. And also a Brighton club-held option allowing him to extend a further stay for a further 12 months. Now, Brighton, recruitment-wise, have been brilliant, haven't they, over the years? And we know they don't let their players go on cheap. Moise Caicedo to Chelsea, £115 million in 2023. We know United are looking to sell players as well. So at the moment, that looks a very difficult deal to do. But United fans very happy so far. And also, obviously, there's Donnarumma. They like him as well at PSG. So they're not done yet. But obviously, 22 days to go. I'm sure they're looking to bring a couple more in.
Manchester United still have to decide whether they want to try to find a goalkeeper who is for the future, like Landmans, who is very talented, and Royal Antwerp is not expensive in terms not only of transfer fee but also salary, or if they want to spend big money on the goalkeeper, and in that case, Donnarumma, Emi Martinez, these kind of names are obviously way more expensive, transfer fee, salary. So Man United need to decide what they want to do, and will probably depend also on what happens with their goalkeepers. So at the moment it's not something really concrete or advanced for Manchester United, because still needs an internal decision on the goalkeeper case in general. And then for Donnarumma, again, many opportunities around Europe. For example, I can tell you that Manchester City have always been big fans of Gigi Donnarumma. Big fans. But, again, we have to see what's going to happen there. It depends on the domino of goalkeepers. But that's going to be an interesting situation. Garnacho. Again, don't forget Alejandro Garnacho. Because for Garnacho, the situation is still absolutely underway with Chelsea. Agreement Chelsea-Garnacho. Garnacho doesn't want to speak to any other club. Chelsea will be in negotiation with Man United at the right moment. So, calma. That one is still absolutely on. Is still absolutely separate from Xavi Simons. These are two separate deals, as I always told you. So, remember about that. Chelsea want Xavi Simons and Garnacho, but the outgoings are going to be important. And so let's wait and see what's going to happen there. But for Garnacho, I fully expect this deal to happen, because Garnacho only wants to go to Chelsea, has been clear with United. For Xavi Simons, now also these conversations continue.
According to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester United have initiated the first steps of the deal, with talks progressing positively between the club and Baleba's representatives. The 20-year-old has impressed in the Premier League, with his combative style and composure in possession, quickly earning a reputation as one of the most promising young midfielders in English football. It is believed that Manchester United's recruitment team has been tracking Baleba for months, with detailed scouting reports convincing the club's hierarchy to make their move. Brighton are expected to demand a significant transfer fee for their talented midfielder, but Manchester United are reportedly prepared to meet a valuation that reflects his potential and long-term value. Baleba himself is understood to be open to the move, with sources close to the player indicating his excitement at the prospect of playing Champions League football with one of Europe's biggest clubs. If the deal is finalized, Baleba would join a growing list of young, dynamic players brought in by Amram as part of his vision to rebuild Manchester United into a title-challenging force. Negotiations are set to continue in the coming days, and Old Trafford insiders believe a breakthrough could be achieved sooner rather than later, paving the way for an official announcement.